Tech Today, we want you to make an informed purchase decision. When everyone is coming up with content which really lacks credibility, that's what we want to focus on Tech Today. Now, this is not sponsored, of course, purely based on research. And Pallavi Mishra is asking us, should I buy the Oppo Find N3 Flip or the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5? Now, you're in luck, Pallavi, because we've been testing both of them, and you'll have this comparo on the Tech Today website. This is the Oppo Find N3 Flip, and this is the Samsung Z Flip 5. Both very good devices, very similar for a bunch of use cases, but very different as well. Let me recap a little bit about these devices, and then I will tell you which one to buy. Now, of course, in terms of specs, this one comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, has 8 GB of RAM, and has a fairly decent multitasking experience. It comes on Android 13 with One UI, Samsung's OS on top of it. It has a very slick interface, has improved navigation and customization options. The camera is fantastic, but that's where this particular device really scores higher. The camera module is much smaller. With this, it's a triple rear camera setup, and there's a lot of magic happening here with Hasselblad as well. But coming back to this screen, it's very smooth in terms of the interface, and you can do a bunch of things with widgets over here. They have a bit of experimental work that they're doing over here. You can access your email. It does adjust to this particular size, but then you can't reply to mails, right? So there are some sort of functional limitations. But then this particular device, the Oppo Find N3 Flip, comes with a very different processor. It comes with a MediaTek Dimensity 9000 plus chipset. Now, it comes with 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of storage, and it can manage all your basic tasks, but it runs ColorOS 13, which is based on Android 13 as well. Now, this is a matter of choice. While ColorOS is fairly decent, the screen, the display, comparing it to a Samsung, and in terms of the form factor, it's a little wider as well compared to the Z Flip 5. But Samsung's UI is a lot more premium to use, and even the build quality. Now, form factor aside, it is this camera bump, which was a complete surprise at the Oppo launch event I was at a few weeks ago. A triple rear camera setup on a foldable device. And honestly, the fact that it has 3 lenses on a foldable is praiseworthy by itself. Now, final verdict for you, the Tech Today community, there's a bunch of features that this doesn't have and a bunch of features that this doesn't have. This is nearly 99,000 rupees. This is 4,000 or 5,000 rupees cheaper. This one comes with wireless charging. The hinge mechanism is a lot more polished. It feels more premium to hold. I like the OS more as well, and it's a little bit more expensive than the Find N3 Flip. But all comes down to a couple of things. If you are absolutely obsessed with the camera, then the Find N3 Flip is the device you should go for. Save a couple of extra bucks as well. But if you want a performance monster, you want that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and you want a slightly more premium aspirational device. Also, if you watch a lot of those K-pop and K-dramas, then this is the phone that they're using. But I think that'll make it easier in the battle of the flippables.